Your family owned a store in St. Elmo, is that right?
My family owned Thornbury's Food Market.
And where was that?
It was down near the incline.
Near the incline, okay.
Yeah, and Larry lived actually down about a block from the Georgia line.
Herbert Thornbury knew Larry Taylor most of his life. They grew up in the same neighborhood and both went to McCallie. He showed me this picture of Taylor from the 1958 yearbook. Needless to say, Herbert Thornbury has many Larry Taylor stories.
I had the combination to his locker, I remember. We used to get in there and, load it up with toilet paper or whatever, and he would come in there just raising Cain with us.
He says many of Taylor's misadventures in high school involved Herbert's older brother, Charles.
My father had this green pickup truck, a kind of an aqua green. It was just a beautiful truck pickup. And Larry and Charles were out one evening, and they were up on Lookout Mountain, and they totaled the truck, flipped it over, and then a week later, they took my mother's car out and they totaled it. And I've never really gotten the story on totaling my mother's car. But the Larry Taylor story the world now knows about his combat action on June 18th, 1968. Thornbury heard that story when they were both in Germany in 1969. We went to Larry's apartment in Nuremberg and had dinner at his apartment, and that's when I first learned about the events in 1968, the year before, that Larry had done heroic things. Both served in the war in Vietnam. Both spent most of their lives in Chattanooga, and they grew much closer over the last several years. Herbert Thornbury was there to see his friend be awarded the Medal of Honor, and he wasn't necessarily surprised that young boy from the old neighborhood grew up to become a national military hero. He was just fearless. He loved adventure. He'd love to, jump off the roof of a barn or something. He was just one of those guys that, there was no bullet ever going to hit him, and he didn't give two hoots about, a fear of getting killed. It didn't mean anything to him. And to fly 2,000 combat missions with the Big Red One, that was quite an achievement. Thanks for making News Channel 9 your trusted source for local news. For updates and the latest on breaking news, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.